Okay, so for this session, I'm gonna play with Jafar, and what we're gonna do is kind of do a little bit of tarp work, maybe play with like my umbrella and just kind of some fun objects. I just kind of want to see like what he thinks about them. I don't really believe in desensitizing because in my honest opinion, I could get out the umbrella, I could get out all these other objects and things, but this is a controlled environment. So you're not really desensitizing them. I still think it's fun and that's why I'm gonna do it. But when you get out in the real world or on the trail or you're somewhere where they're out of their comfort zone, they can see the exact same thing and then react to it. So, you know, this is just for fun. It's just kind of more mental work. I don't really consider it desensitizing, but it'll be fun to just see how he does. So yeah, it's a really rainy day and I figured this could just be something different than just lunging or in-hand work for this session. Hope you like it. Okay, so right now we're just walking around the arena, just getting familiar with our surroundings before we play with all of our objects. I'm just kind of letting him hang out and sniff around. He seems really relaxed, just hanging out. We have the back of the indoor arena door open, so a lot of the horses kind of look at it. So I'm just bringing him up to it, letting him take a peek out there. Of course, he wants to eat the round bale hay. No. He sees the other horses out there, so he's like, why am I not out there? Okay, I have the tarp already laying out. He kind of looked at it when we walked by earlier to go to the back of the arena, so I'm just going to bring him up to it and see how he responds. He's like, okay, there's something different. Just sniffing it right now. And I'm not asking him to do anything. I'm not asking him to go over it. I'm just literally letting him come up, smell it, do whatever he wants. No pressure on the lead rope or anything like that right now. He's very interested in it. I feel like he thinks there's treats in it, and he's just hanging out, checking it out. Okay, he decided to step on it himself, and he's just standing on it. Totally up to him what he wants to do. Now he has to check out the mounting block. And okay. Okay, so we're gonna play around with some objects. They're kind of all over the place currently. So first one we're gonna work with is the ball. I'm gonna see how he reacts to it. So we move it over. I'll leave it here. Okay, so now that I rolled the ball out, I'm just gonna let him approach it and just kind of let him sniff it, see what he thinks. He's very curious and he's definitely not afraid, which I really like. Really good sign. He's just like, okay, what is this? Do I eat it? So now I'm just gonna take the ball and roll it towards me, and I'm gonna sit and kind of bounce on it to see what he thinks about the ball like moving, if that scares him, like the movement. But I don't want to like direct it toward him right now. I'm just like sitting there doing my own thing. He's free to walk away if he wants to. I'm not holding him with the lead rope and forcing him to stay there. Like I can let go of it and he's just watching. He's probably like, what are you doing? But see, now he comes up to it. He's curious, he's interested. It's mentally stimulating. I really think this is just really fun. Now I'm just going to roll the ball around and see what he thinks of it moving, and kind of not roll it like quite at him, but just roll it by him, because you never know, something could like fly past you when you're riding. And again, this is a controlled environment and we're just playing and having fun, but it just kind of gets them used to something like moving past them in a sense. I'm just seeing what he thinks. Now I'm going to roll it just towards him. Boop. He's so sweet. I feel like he's relaxed and just having fun, kind of playing with the different toys. I wish he would kind of kick it and play with it, but I just want him to understand that it's safe and it's not going to eat him, hurt him, because that's what horses think, right? I just kicked it away from us. He's like, whoa, cool. I'm just going to spend a little more time rolling it by and just seeing how he reacts to that, and just spend a little more time doing that. He definitely likes the ball. I think he understands it's not scary, so that's good. Okay, now we're gonna play with the tarp again. I moved it over and just gonna see what he thinks of it. Yep, good to go. Now I'm gonna walk over, see if he follows me with no pressure. I'm not really pulling on the lead line at all. I just have it there as a guide. And he stopped and faced me. That's really good. He's such a sweet boy. Oh, I've also had questions. The marks on his butt are from his glue auction number tag. So yeah, it kind of ripped the hair out. They glue him on really good, so it'll grow back. But for now, he has 2 little patches on his butt. Now I'm just gonna drag the tarp around to see what he thinks about the sound and it moving. Again, I'm not directing this towards him. I'm just doing my thing, walking around, pulling the tarp. He could basically care less, which is good. But it's like really loud. It's hard to tell how loud it is, but in person, like, you can definitely tell that it's a lot louder. And he's being really cool about it. I'm just gonna let him sniff it again, and then I'm gonna ask him to walk over it. You did great walking over it. Good boy. Okay, now we're gonna play with my umbrella. Again, not directing it towards him. Key. I'm just walking around, you know, totally a normal person in my indoor arena with my umbrella and my horse and my tarp and ball. Just letting him take a look at it. Letting him approach. Again, he's so curious. So he went right up to it. Now I'm going to just walk away. Okay, I'm just going to kick the ball. Walk around, do my thing. Okay, so I don't feel like this is flooding. I feel like flooding is when you like basically take a bunch of objects, put them in the horse's face, and expect them to stay calm. That's why I did one thing at a time, and I let him take the time to look at everything and let him accept it. Like, he was telling me he accepts the objects. Let's say he was really freaked out about a tarp. Well, then we would have just focused on the tarp at his pace, and I wouldn't have introduced anything else. But he is really cool about everything, and he's giving me the green light. So that's why we're kind of playing with all these different things. I don't believe in just, you know, overwhelming them. I want them to feel comfortable, but also, you know, have fun and feel stimulated as well. The opening and closing it is really interesting too, to kind of see, because obviously it's kind of like loud and poofs out. He's probably like, who in the heck bought me and why are we doing this? But whatever. My husband totally walked in and saw me doing this too. And he's just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, what? This is normal stuff, right? I mean, doesn't everybody do this in their free time? Jafar is just so cool though. He is going to be a really amazing horse. I'm going to walk over and see how he is about it being above his head. Didn't like it. Okay, I'll stop. Just let him look at it again. He's a little unsure right at this moment. And this is when my husband walked in and asked me what I'm doing. Okay, over his head again. He's like, okay, cool. Whatever. Okay, I think we'll wrap the umbrella part up. Now I got my lawn chair out. I'm just gonna sit in it, see what he thinks about that. Let him look at it, come up to me, do his own thing. I really like how he's choosing to be with me and hang out. He's so curious about everything. I'm gonna go get the umbrella, see what he thinks of that. He's definitely interested in the lawn chair. You know, you went off the deep end when you're having a conversation with your horse and your lawn chair and umbrella in the indoor arena. But, you know, whatever, it's fine. Yep, and again, I'm directing this away from him. I don't want him to think I'm trying to scare him and throw it in his face. But he didn't really care about it opening and closing. He's too busy wondering if there's food in the cup holder part of the chair. I just want to pet him and love on him a little bit. He's doing such a good job. I'm really proud of him, especially for being in a new environment, a new home, and he's so cuddly and sweet. Such a good boy. Trying to eat the umbrella. Just giving him hugs. Letting him do what he wants for a second. Trying to pick up the chair. What are you doing, you silly horse? He is so funny. I also like that once I walk away, he started to follow me. Definitely shows that we're building a stronger bond in a relationship. So that's super good. Okay, I took the lead line off and I'm just letting him do what he wants. He just wants to eat everything, look at everything. So I'm just letting him do it. Why are you trying to eat everything? Penelope! Like, what is that? He's so nosy, I swear. You just love everything. Like eating everything. You just want to eat everything. Gotta love 5-year-olds. He's literally looking through the window. Did you figure out it doesn't taste good? You good boy? You're such a good boy? Yes. He has such a good expression. Love his soft eyes, yet curious soul. So this is the end of our silly session. Hope you guys liked watching us explore different objects and play and build a relationship and just have fun. He did really well, and now I just want to hang out with him for a little bit.